Welcome to the Crafty Stitches podcast. This is a video podcast about all of my crafting adventures, and in today's episode we are talking about all the socks. So let's get started. Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mariet, also known as Die Boervrou, and I'm coming to you from South Africa. Today is Friday the 26th of July and this is episode 68. Today's episode is about all the socks. I do have a finished project in this episode, which is the legacy cowl from Made by Jalin. What am I wearing, you ask? I am wearing a pair of socks today. My stripy bird hide socks that I knit during the Socktober Sock-along of 2023. It is my own design and the pattern is currently only written toe up, but the heel flap and heel turn construction was improved from my previous sock designs and fit exactly like a cuff down sock. Anyway, I love these socks and the pattern. This pair was knit cuff down with a pattern as a reference of color placement, and it was a lot of fun. I knit it cuff down during the sock along with the participants who also knitted cuff down, and I am really looking forward to this year's Socktober sock along. I've taken a picture of it and I will put it on screen for you. I'm also wearing my simple shaped cowl light. It is also designed by me. It is made with fingering weight yarn and 3.5mm needles for the body of the cowl. I used 143 grams of fingering weight yarn for this one. I've linked the project page down below if you want to have a look at it. I love this because I can also pull it up over my ears when going for a walk in the wind this time of year, and that is it for what I am wearing. Please let me know in the comments what projects you are working on. I love hearing about your projects. I hope you have something to drink and something to work on while we have a little project update on my projects. Let's get into it. My finished project that I would like to share with you today is my legacy cowl. This is a pattern from Jalin, from Made by Jalin of the Lekker podcast here on YouTube. In episode 67, I was at this marker from the Lekker podcast. And I finished it. Look at that. So pretty. I made this project out of acrylic yarns that I had in my stash. This is the Owl Poolskein, which is 100% acrylic double knit yarn in the colorway Aran. And this is the Fairy's Delight, which is a 93% acrylic and 7% Lurex. It's also from Owl. I don't know what the colorway name is, but this is a yarn label from a different colorway. And I used the recommended hook size, which is a 3.75mm hook. This was my first ever mosaic crochet project. I have made another modification to this pattern, other than using completely different yarn. I stopped 3 rounds before the actual end of the pattern. I used 47 grams of this Owl Fairy's Delight, and 98 grams of the owl poolskein. I'm going to turn the cowl into a bag in the future, and I decided to stop when I saw I will not be able to crochet another round with a ball of yarn. And I think it looks absolutely fine. Very happy with that. Let's move over to talk a little bit about my works in progress projects. My first work in progress project that I would like to share with you today is my striped socks. One of the pair is done, and this is it. I knit this sock toe up with my gusset heel turn and slip stitch heel flap method of the stripy bird hide socks. I wanted to make nice wide stripes, and I love how it turned out. In the previous episode, I was at this stitch marker from Annegret from Pincushion Crafts and finished the cuff. It will be folded over and I'm looking forward to finishing this pair so that I can put it on and show you what it looks like on a body. Then I also started the second sock. Here it is. I'm knitting the socks on 2.25mm needles, and I forgot to say I do bind off my socks with a 3.25mm needle and Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off. I use a bigger needle to give it a nice stretchy edge so that it does not cut into the leg. This project is knit mostly with Knotty Habit yarns. This one is a Cowgirl Blues colorway, and this one I dyed myself. It is all 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon blend, and it has 366 meters on 100 grams. Alright, that is it for this project. The next work in progress is my cuff down socks. I also finished the first sock of this pair. In the previous episode, I was here at this beautiful stitch marker, also from Annegret from Pincushion Crafts, and I finished the entire sock. It was a lot of fun. For this pair, I am using for the main color this opal yarn that I got as a gift. This is the yarn label. And this is the colorway information. It is 425 meters on 100 grams, and it is 75% wool and 25% polyamide. For the contrast heel and toe, I'm using Piana Yarns sock yarn in the Victoria colorway, and it is a 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon blend, and has 366 meters on 100 grams. And I just love how it looks together. Absolutely loving this pair of socks. The blue and the purple and the pinks, it's just gorgeous. I'm knitting the pair with 2.25 millimeter needles, and I cast on the stitches with a 3.25 millimeter needle to make sure my cast on is stretchy enough, same as for the bind off of my toe-up socks. I'm writing up both these socks to have buttons available, and it will come in the future. I've also worked a little bit on my Socktober socks for the pattern, but I decided not to show that today. I did, however, bring my pants to show you. I really thought that I will be done with it, but life had other plans. We had another fire on Tuesday, and I spent the whole day outside running around firefighting, and I have to say I'm still a bit sore of all of the various positions that you can find yourself in when jumping up and down on the tractor and rolling up of pipes. And anyway, I am getting sidetracked. The moral of the story is that the day that I was keeping for working on the pants did not happen. This is the Quick Sew 3625 pattern, and this is what the pants look like at the moment. I have sewn the back seam properly and added the waistband with proper stitching. I pinned the waistband down and I have sewn it down by hand. The fabric is just too thick to just pin and stitch with the sewing machine. I really battled to keep the layers of fabric together, so I still have to stitch in the ditch, as the instructions calls it. It means you have to sew the waistband here on the outside in this space, and then it will be properly secured. I also still need to hem it. Choose a button from my button stash and then make a buttonhole for that button. I'm almost there. I am almost there. I'm very excited to be able to finish it so that I can get a few wears out of it before summer is back. That is it for all of my projects. Let's move over to find out what's been happening. I have bought myself this sock ruler from Little Yarn Craft, which is my local yarn store, and my husband painted it for me in the same manner as my sock blockers. Look, they all match. I have discovered that using a sock ruler instead of a measuring tape works differently. A sock toe, for instance, measures 1 centimeter longer when you measure it this way than when you measure it this way. I did not know that. So I find that very interesting. Never really thought about that before. But anyway, I must also let you know that there will be no episode of the Surplus Yarn Stories this month. Then, if you're a returning viewer of the podcast, you will know that I have designed my first ever sweater called the Fairy Lily Sweater. The Fairy Lily Sweater is available as a yarn kit on my website. It is made with Biana Yarns sock yarn and 4.5mm needles, which creates a beautiful drapey fabric. It is knit from the top down with a round yoke and then have a little bit of raglan increases. There is a little lace section just before the bottom ribbing. There is 2 sleeve options in the pattern, a 3/4 sleeve and a long sleeve. As you will be able to see in the pictures, the long sleeve option also has some lace before the ribbing, where the 3/4 sleeve does not. The yarn kit is available in 14 different colors, and I will add the pictures here so that you can see that. The kits are dyed to order, so it will not immediately ship, but it will take about 2 to 3 weeks to reach you. I will leave a link in the description box below so that you can read all about it on my website. As I mentioned, we had a veld fire here on the farm. Luckily, there is no property damage, just a piece of grass that burned down and a lot of trees. But living on a farm, you have to understand that you can only do so much when trees burn. You can also just spray a certain amount of water and then have to stop. So yes, everything is under control and we have done the best that we can. I am a little bit sad that I did not get to participate in Knitty Natty's Sock Week Challenge this year, but I just could not get it to fit into my schedule. Hopefully I can get back to it next year. Have you participated in the Sock Week Challenge? I would love to know. That is all from me today. Please let me know in the comments down below what projects you are working on. I love hearing about new patterns to me and love if you share your projects with me, just as I have shared mine with you. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and spending some time with me. And if you are new here, I hope you enjoyed this episode and will consider sticking around. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my content. And I will see you in the next video. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye!